This is my Tokyo Marui Python, and it's the best airsoft revolver in the world. Okay, that might be a slight exaggeration there, but only slightly. I have some good reasons for believing this Tokyo Marui Python is about as good as an airsoft revolver can be. But first, we need a little background. I've always been a big fan of revolvers. I like shooting them, I like studying them. I've even carried a Tokyo Marui Python 4-inch revolver in the past. Shooting a revolver is kind of like driving a manual transmission. It kind of makes you feel like you're more involved in the shooting experience. But for airsoft skirmishes, I've always felt that revolvers were kind of the less than ideal option for a secondary weapon. If you look at all the measurable aspects in terms of a practical airsoft weapon, there's really not a whole lot of reasons to choose a revolver over a semi-auto. On paper at least, semi-autos are just better. Of course, I didn't want that to be true. I still really love revolvers, and when I started considering to get a secondary weapon for my airsoft loadout, I had to give revolvers a fair chance. So I did some extra research looking into specific revolvers and kind of comparing them to semi-auto pistols. And finally, I came across Tokyo Marui's brand of 24-shot system revolvers, including the Smith & Wesson M66s and the Python revolvers. And that's when I realized I had found the right revolver for myself. Let's get into it. What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and today I'm bringing to you another gun review, and it's once again the Tokyo Marui Colt Python revolver. This is the 6-inch version now. I did do a review on the 4-inch version beforehand, so a lot of what I'm going to say in this video is pretty similar to that one, so just a heads up. The cylinder is again a 24-shot design, so the shells are fixed, they do not come out, and you feed the BBs from the front using a speed loader, 4 in each groove, giving you a total of 24 rounds, making this a lot more skirmishable in airsoft. And I think that makes this so much more practical because of that. The safety is right here. It's just a black little lever here that you set so that if you have the safety on, you cannot pull the trigger or the hammer back. In terms of the trigger pull, it's a typical double action trigger pull. It's really not that heavy, but it's fairly long, typical for a double action revolver, and this is a double action revolver, so you can shoot it in double action or single action as well. Now, this is a green gas revolver, so the gas goes at the bottom of the pistol grip. You can either go, if you're just using this as a collector's piece, then use HFC 134 gas, or if you are going to skirmish with it like I do, then use green gas, because you'll get a little bit better performance out of the gun. Now, when you're shooting this, in terms of the FPS, it will range, because it is green gas, so I mean you'll get numbers ranging from 250 up to around the low 300s, possibly more. Again, with green gas guns, the FPS is going to range a lot depending on the temperature and the time of the year. It's winter right now, so right now it's shooting around 270 270-ish, so it's a little bit more improvement from the 4-inch revolver that I used to run with. There is a hop up in this gun, but it is fixed, so you can adjust it. I would suggest either 0.2 gram BBs or 0.25s because the flight of the BBs tend to be kind of in the middle between just flying straight or ballooning up after like 100 feet or so, at least with 0.2 gram BBs. So if you want a little bit more accuracy, you could use 0.25s, but if again, you're just using this as a backup weapon, so probably you're fine with 0.20 gram BBs anyways, especially if you're playing CQB. You can adjust the rear end sight just with a simple screw. The front sight is fixed. Now, I would definitely say this is the most skirmishable revolver out of all of them. But of course, it's still not going to compete with high-end semi-auto pistols, because you are limited to the speed of the slow reloads. That said, I'm a sucker for revolvers, so with that said, I love this. I'm great. I'm glad to have managed to get this one. This was definitely a hard find, and if you're a collector, if you're someone who likes to collect, this is definitely a good collector's piece. So hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. If you have any questions, also don't feel free to ask. Hope to see you guys in my future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, peace.